Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
We go tonight. 180. Check. Shell. Say. Go, 12. Let's go. Turbo,
They'll run on first down. McFarland, give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 26. Kill. Super.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Looking downfield for Godwin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, let's go. Watch the twist. Go, Brown.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down and 4. Goff taking a shot here. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run the counter. McFarland, they'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And it gives us time to the tailback. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We're good. We're good.
On 3rd down, McFarland. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
180. Get that quarterback, T-Rod. Get that quarterback. DC.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Goff. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting to look.
And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun. Goff. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
80 with it. 80 with it. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you, I got you. I got you.
He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Delta. 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike Evans. Hard. I'm coming.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
48 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up, tighten up. 5.
On 2nd and 12. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 76.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McFarland. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Rip left. He's coming. Double up.
2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
I'm here all day. Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. He's looking deep for Bell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Don't let him breathe, defense. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Man, let's get some ready. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready, set, go! 951. Double dog. That's the way.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
51 for Mike, boy, 51. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Let's go, D.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Go, go. 51 to Mike. Come on. You better bring it. Let's go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm crouch. Don't get nervous. Check. Lucky. Ready, go.
Here's Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go, D. Tight.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They'll keep
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hold on. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Chopper. Seam 6. Ready, go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Titans. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3.
The Jaguars
You ready?
face
You
on
ready?
1st and
You
10
ready?
at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready up. 44. Mike, 44. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
23 is the mic. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll lay out out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
He's checking crack. Hey, kill.
3rd and long. It's gone. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Graham. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Check 76. 76.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They come up in an offset eye. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check motion.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The kick by Carlson is good. And in the fourth quarter. This game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They give to Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watch the whip. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alpha. Mike 51, Mike 51. Right here, right here.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Chopper. Here we go. Squeeze. Get in there. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. And that's caught by Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big dash. Come. Hayward. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
6-man. Greystone travel. Ready.
They run with Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 52, and this for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, going into the final play.